Each year, over 250,000 tons of cacao beans are harvested to produce Hershey's chocolate, an immense amount that could blanket the entire city of Chicago in a thick, aromatic layer of cacao. But what truly sparks global curiosity is this. How does Hershey's transform tiny cacao beans into irresistible bars and bites that delight taste buds worldwide and generate tens of billions of dollars each year? The magical journey of Hershey's begins on tropical cacao farms, where every bean is carefully nurtured, harvested at the perfect time, and meticulously processed. From there, they are taken to massive factories, where processing technology works like magic, transforming each humble, dark brown cacao bean into sweet Hershey's bars that captivate the world. Today, join Agriculture Insight as we follow the path of these cacao beans and uncover the incredible transformation that gives birth to the sweet, iconic flavor that has defined Hershey's for over a century. All will be revealed in this video. At the end of the 19th century, chocolate was a privilege reserved for the aristocracy, expensive, luxurious, and far beyond the reach of ordinary people. But Milton Hershey, a farm boy from Pennsylvania, shattered that notion. He believed sweetness should not be defined by class. From a small candy workshop, he built the Hershey's empire, transforming chocolate from a symbol of elitism into a beloved national treat woven into the childhood of America. Hershey's is perhaps the most controversial chocolate bar in the world. For Americans, it's the taste of childhood, sweet, familiar, and irreplaceable. But for many people abroad, especially in Europe, Hershey's has a flavor described as hard to swallow, with a hint of vomit due to the presence of butyric acid. A flavor that divides the world, yet still manages to win millions of hearts over more than a century. Weighing just over 40 grams, a single Hershey's bar contains up to 24 grams of sugar, enough to startle anyone on a diet. Yet it's this excessive sweetness that has become the very reason behind its mass appeal, turning Hershey's into an irresistible symbol of indulgence in the modern world. From the sweet tale of a chocolate empire that changed America, let's journey back to where it all began, the cacao farms, where each bitter bean is nurtured to create that legendary sweetness. To encourage pollination, a portion of the husks and branches left after harvest are retained on the ground. This natural mulch helps retain soil moisture and sustains the habitat for tiny flies, the silent pollinators of the cacao orchard. These tiny flies belong to the Forsipamia genus of biting midges, measuring just a few millimeters in size. Yet they play a crucial role in pollinating cacao flowers, which are extremely small and bloom close to the tree's trunk. Without them, cacao yields could drop by up to 90%, silently shaking the entire global chocolate industry. There are two common methods of cacao propagation today: growing from seeds and cutting propagation. Growing from seeds is the simplest method, but the resulting seedlings often vary as they carry different genetic traits. In the same batch, some trees may produce exceptionally delicious pods, while others yield poorly or struggle to adapt to the climate. It's a genetic gamble that many modern farmers are no longer willing to take. In contrast, cutting propagation, taking a branch from the mother tree to grow, produces genetically identical plants with consistent yield and quality. This method is preferred in commercial cacao farms. After being cut from the mother tree, the branches are nurtured in a nursery for about 4 to 5 months to develop a strong root system before being transplanted to the field. Pruning is carried out annually, but the technique varies depending on the season and the tree's health. If the summer is too harsh, pruning is delayed until the weather cools and the rains arrive, as cacao trees are highly vulnerable to damage during extreme conditions. A cacao tree can bear fruit for 25 to 30 years, and even when it ages, farmers don't need to cut it down. By grafting a healthy young branch onto the old trunk, the tree is essentially rejuvenated, continuing to produce pods from its original root system. After years of careful cultivation, when the cacao pods turn golden red and a sweet, mellow aroma fills the air, a new chapter begins, the harvest season. In countries like Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Ecuador, where the hot, humid climate and fertile soil create ideal conditions, cacao has become an essential part of life for millions of farmers. This unique tree produces pods that grow directly from the trunk, year-round without a clearly defined season. The main cacao harvest runs from October to March, a crucial window that directly influences the flavor of the final chocolate. Despite being the key ingredient behind world-famous chocolate bars, cacao is still harvested entirely by hand. Farmers use machetes or curved knives mounted on long poles to reach and cut pods from the higher branches. Each cut must be swift and precise. A wrong move can damage the stem, preventing the tree from fruiting in the next season. Did you know that only about 5% of cacao flowers successfully develop into pods? And to harvest just 1 ton of usable cacao, farmers must collect nearly 20,000 pods. In other words, every small chocolate bar carries the weight of an entire tropical harvest, built on sweat, sun, and meticulous labor. After harvesting, each cacao pod is split open using a sharp machete or a sturdy wooden stick. Inside the rough, ridged shell are plump, glossy cacao beans, wrapped in a layer of sticky white pulp that tastes mildly sweet and slightly tangy, with an aroma reminiscent of tropical fruits like mango, pineapple, and passion fruit. Beyond its unique flavor, this pulp is rich in natural sugars, vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidant polyphenols, helping to boost the immune system and aid digestion. In some cacao-growing regions, the pulp is even used to make fermented beverages or processed into natural syrups. Right after being extracted from the pods, cacao beans are quickly collected into bamboo baskets, wooden trays, or banana leaves to begin a pivotal stage, fermentation. This is the bean's transformation phase, from a bland, odorless raw material into the flavorful foundation of rich, enchanting chocolate. Over 5 to 7 days, microorganisms in the white pulp raise the temperature of the bean mass to around 50 degrees Celsius, triggering a cascade of chemical changes that develop its complex flavor. Each day, the beans must be turned to allow them to breathe and to prevent mold, because even a single oversight can turn a batch from fragrant cacao to something sour and spoiled, like fermented pickles gone wrong. Once the beans have been properly sun-dried, they are packed into thick jute bags, durable and breathable sacks that help preserve bean quality throughout long-distance transport. Each bag weighs approximately 60 to 65 kilograms and is carefully weighed for consistency. Before leaving the farm, each bag is tagged with traceability labels, batch numbers, and farm information. The moment you step into the factory, your senses are immediately hit by the rich aroma wafting from the cacao roasting area, where raw beans are awakened at temperatures reaching 150 degrees Celsius. This critical first step unlocks the beans' signature aroma and removes their natural bitterness. The factory's advanced system can roast up to 5 tons of cacao per hour, ensuring a continuous flow of material for the next stage. After roasting, the beans are cracked open, their shells separated from the nibs, and passed through a multi-layered sifting and air suction system to isolate the nibs, the concentrated essence of cacao that defines the flavor of real chocolate. Next, the cacao is finely ground using a traditional 3-roll mill, then further refined in a ball mill, where thousands of steel balls collide continuously to create a smooth, velvety mixture. A portion of this is pressed to extract cocoa butter, the prized fat used in later blending stages. After cocoa butter is separated, the mixture is blended with sugar and milk according to Hershey's secret recipe. It's then passed through a series of rollers, where the sugar particles are finely crushed and coated in cocoa butter, forming a rich, dense paste, the foundation of Hershey's unmistakable flavor. Inside the conch machine, the mixture is heated and stirred continuously, triggering the Maillard reaction that gives chocolate its golden brown color and signature aroma. After that, the tempering process carefully cools and reheats the mixture in a controlled cycle, allowing the cocoa butter to crystallize perfectly, resulting in chocolate that's glossy, crisp, and resistant to whitening during storage. After tempering gives the chocolate its ideal smoothness, shine, and structural stability, the mixture moves straight into the molding stage, and that's where the magic moment called Kisses begins at the Hershey factory. The name Kisses comes from the unique motion of the chocolate as it drops onto the conveyor, gently like a kiss landing on cold metal. Once molded, the chocolates enter a long cooling tunnel, so lengthy that its end can't be seen, where they solidify completely. At this stage, a modern laser system scans each Kisses chocolate, ensuring they meet strict quality standards. Each iconic candy, with its flat base and pointed tip, is wrapped in silver foil, fitted with the signature paper plume, and gently released into a guiding chute and spiral conveyor, where every movement is precisely controlled. At the sorting station, a vibrating belt leads the candies to a smart weighing system, where containers are automatically adjusted to ensure exact weight. Once verified, the chocolates are sealed, packaged, and transferred to the boxing line. Robotic arms assist by gently shaking the packages, arranging them in boxes following pre-programmed patterns, then loading them onto pallets, ready to deliver millions of sweet little kisses to chocolate lovers around the world. Right next door, the Hershey chocolate bar production line runs at full capacity. The process begins as molds are heated to the ideal temperature, preparing them to receive streams of liquid chocolate with absolute precision. Immediately after, the molds are transferred into a large-scale cooling system where tightly controlled temperatures allow the chocolate to solidify quickly while remaining silky smooth. Once fully chilled, a gentle mechanical tap bends the molds, much like twisting an ice tray, allowing the bars to release cleanly without any cracks or breakage. The molds are then flipped, and each perfectly formed bar drops softly onto the conveyor belt, ready for inspection and packaging. At the final stage, Hershey's signature wrapping film is fed into high-speed machines that wrap and seal the bars at a rapid pace. The conveyor then rotates and positions each bar precisely, so a robotic arm can lift and neatly stack them into trays for boxing. Once complete, the boxes of Hershey bars line up one after another on the main conveyor, ready to leave the factory and begin their journey to shelves around the world. Let's set aside the cold steel assembly lines and rhythmic machines. It's time to step into a dreamlike, sweet world. Hershey's Chocolate World. Located in the town of Hershey, Pennsylvania, this isn't just a tourist destination. It's a chocolate paradise for all ages. Here, you'll immerse yourself in a magical journey that recreates the chocolate-making process, craft your very own personalized candy bars, enjoy interactive games, shop for exclusive limited edition treats, and even catch the scent of chocolate the moment you walk through the door. A delicious adventure awaits. Few would have guessed that a burst of anger in a kitchen back in 1853 would end up making history. After being criticized for cutting his fries too thick, George Crumb, a proud and fiery chef, quickly sliced the potatoes paper thin, fried them to a crisp, and sprinkled on salt with defiance. That impulsive moment unknowingly gave birth to a legendary snack the world would soon go crazy for. Nearly 80 years later, Herman Lay started out with nothing but the trunk of an old car filled with potato chips, driving around Nashville to sell each small bag by hand. From that humble journey, he gradually turned Lay's into a multi-billion-dollar snack empire, a crispy icon that would go on to conquer the world. Then in 1965, Lay's officially joined the Pepsi family through a historic merger between Frito-Lay and Pepsi Cola. From that point on, Lay's was no longer just a snack. it became part of a global food and beverage powerhouse, fueled by PepsiCo's massive distribution force and world-class marketing strategy. Unlike Pringles, where every chip is precision-molded like it came off a blueprint, or artisanal brands that stick to rustic, handmade charm, Lay's took a different path, conquering the world with pure, unfiltered crispiness that keeps your hand reaching back for more and more, until you've fallen into its delicious trap without even realizing it. Before becoming the crispy slices found in every bag of Lay's, potatoes undergo a long journey underground, carefully nurtured and irrigated over a period of 90 to 120 days. In the fall, as the weather cools and temperatures in Idaho, known as the potato capital of the United States, reach the ideal range of 15 to 18 degrees Celsius, vast potato fields begin their harvest season. This is also when specialized harvesting machines are brought into operation, marking the start of one of the most critical and active phases in Lay's production process. At the front of the machine is a set of sharp plow blades designed to penetrate the soil to a depth of around 15 to 20 centimeters, just enough to reach the full cluster of potatoes without causing damage. As the machine moves forward, the blades gently lift the entire row of soil along with the fully matured tubers. Next, the soil and potatoes are transferred onto a vibrating conveyor system. Here, the vibrations, precisely calibrated in both frequency and amplitude, help separate out rocks, roots, weeds, and other debris, leaving only clean, intact potatoes to continue along the line. The potatoes are then transferred to a side conveyor, which gently loads them into a specialized truck driving alongside the harvester. Thanks to the conveyor's flexible design, the tubers are evenly distributed without impact or bruising. The entire process runs continuously and in sync between the harvester and the transport truck, optimizing efficiency and minimizing downtime caused by waiting for collection. Each specialized truck typically holds between 20 to 25 tons of potatoes. In addition, the system features an automatic soil return mechanism. The loosened topsoil is redistributed back into the original furrows, helping maintain soil fertility and structure for future growing seasons. With a length of nearly 12 meters and a weight of over 20 tons, this potato harvester truly functions as a mobile factory. Powerful yet precise, allowing Lay's to maintain quality control right from the very first step of production. The entire harvesting process operates as a closed, seamless, and highly efficient system directly in the field. Each component of the machine, from the digging blades and vibrating conveyor to the side-loading belt, performs a specific role and works in coordination to ensure smooth, uninterrupted collection. But before reaching the Lay's factory, millions of potatoes go through an initial sorting stage, right at the transfer stations located next to the farms. Here, trucks line up one after another to unload their harvest into massive receiving hoppers. The vibrating sorting system kicks into gear immediately, bright red machines running non-stop, pushing the potatoes through a series of conveyors, mesh screens, and rotating shafts. Rocks, roots, and soil are filtered out, while quality potatoes are sorted by size and prepared for the next stage. The air is filled with the constant roar of engines, clanging metal, and falling soil. Workers stay on their feet, working tirelessly to keep up with the pace. These grading systems can handle over 200 tons of potatoes per day, equivalent to the weight of around 30 airplanes. Right after sorting, the potatoes are moved into advanced cold storage rooms maintained at a steady 7 to 10 degrees Celsius, the ideal range to keep them fresh, prevent sprouting, minimize softening or discoloration, and avoid deep chilling that can alter starch structure. This temporary hibernation phase not only helps preserve quality, but also acts as a kind of pressure valve, allowing the factory to maintain a consistent flow of fresh raw material throughout the production season. And then, one by one, the trucks roll out from the storage facility, carrying potatoes that are now ready to be awakened by the processing lines ahead. At the factory, the freshly awakened potatoes immediately enter a strict cleaning phase. They are first sent into massive whirlpool tanks that function like industrial washing machines. Powerful circulating water removes soil clinging to the skins while keeping the potatoes intact. Next, a system of high-pressure spray nozzles blasts water from multiple directions, flushing away any remaining dirt or debris. The entire process is fully enclosed and closely monitored to ensure the potatoes are thoroughly cleaned before moving on. This automated cleaning system not only boosts efficiency by up to 5 times compared to manual methods, but also saves up to 2/3 of the water, making it both effective and sustainable. Clean doesn't mean ready. Not every potato is fit to become a Lay's chip. After washing, the potatoes continue along the conveyor to the sorting area. Here, high-speed cameras and precision sensors scan each potato individually, assessing its size, shape, and weight within a fraction of a second. At speeds of up to 240 potatoes per second, those that are too small, misshapen, or show signs of damage are immediately removed from the line using targeted bursts of compressed air. Only the most uniform, healthy potatoes are selected to move forward in the production process. In the past, manual sorting was slower and could result in up to 15 to 20% waste, with many good potatoes mistakenly discarded. Today, thanks to advanced automation, the process is not only faster, but also far more accurate and efficient. While potatoes can technically be eaten with their skins, Lay's removes the outer peel to achieve a cleaner, crispier, and more refined texture. That's where the peeling machines come in. As the drum rotates, the surface of each potato rubs against the inner walls of the machine, quickly removing the outer skin through constant abrasion. At the same time, water flows through the system, washing away the loosened peels and leaving behind smooth, clean potatoes ready for slicing. After peeling, the potatoes are immediately fed into high-speed slicing machines. Each potato is gently pressed against a spinning blade disc, cutting it into uniformly thin slices, just about 1.5 millimeters thick, roughly the thickness of a standard sheet of office paper. This thickness has been standardized through years of optimization to ensure fast and even frying, while maintaining the signature light, crispy texture. If the slices are too thick, the chips become hard and lose their crispness. If too thin, they break easily and are harder to control during frying. Before entering the massive frying vats, each potato slice goes through a final rinse. This step is essential for removing excess starch, which accounts for only about 1 to 2% of each slice's weight, but if not properly washed off, can cause frying oil to become cloudy up to 3 times faster, significantly reducing its lifespan and affecting overall product quality. Next, the slices pass through a vibrating screen system where precisely calibrated vibrations separate any slices that may be sticking together, remove excess surface moisture, and evenly distribute the slices into a thin, uniform layer. If slices remain clumped or retain too much water, their contact time with the oil becomes inconsistent, leading to uneven frying, with some chips overcooked at the edges, while others fall short of the ideal crispness. When the thin potato slices are ready, they enter one of the most critical stages of the entire production process, high-temperature frying. In a closed-loop continuous frying system, the slices are cooked in refined vegetable oil at a stable temperature of 175 degrees for exactly 3 minutes. The oil used by Lay's is low in saturated fats and rich in unsaturated fatty acids, making the final product lighter to digest while maintaining an ideal crispy texture. The frying oil is not only replaced on a regular schedule, but also continuously filtered during operation. This helps maintain the oil's clarity, reduce the buildup of burnt particles, extend oil life, and ensure consistent product quality. Notably, Lay's automated frying system can run 24/7, processing tons of potatoes daily without interruption, a key factor in maintaining stable output to meet global demand. Hot oil plays a crucial role in achieving the crispy texture of snacks, but without proper control, it can cause the chips to absorb excess oil, turn soggy, and lose their signature flavor. After exiting the 75°C frying chamber, the chips are rapidly cooled using high-pressure cold air, bringing their temperature down to below 40 degrees Celsius within seconds. This quick cooling process locks in their crispiness and minimizes oil reabsorption into the chips. Additionally, it prevents moisture from condensing inside the packaging, helping preserve both the crunch and shelf life of the final product. Immediately after, each potato slice swiftly passes through an inspection area equipped with advanced optical sensors. Hundreds of high-speed cameras operate simultaneously, capable of scanning and analyzing up to 10,000 slices per second, detecting even the slightest defects such as burnt edges, breakage, or irregular shapes. Slices that fail to meet the standards are instantly removed from the conveyor by precisely timed bursts of compressed air, accurate to the millisecond, functioning like an invisible blade to ensure that only the crispiest, most uniform, and visually consistent chips continue down the line. Once the potato chips have cooled and passed every stage of strict quality control, they move into one of the most fascinating steps: seasoning. Here, massive rotating drums spin continuously, while precision-controlled dispensers sprinkle seasoning blends at exactly calibrated rates. Inside the drums, the chips tumble and gently collide with one another, allowing the powder to coat both sides evenly, forming a thin, smooth layer that enhances flavor with every bite. The seasoning formulas are tightly guarded secrets, but common ingredients include sea salt, fried onion powder, cheese powder, chili, and ground pepper. Each blend carefully paired with proprietary flavorings to create distinct product lines. And Lay's doesn't stop at traditional tastes. The brand has launched over 200 unique flavors globally, surprising consumers with some truly unexpected combinations. Cappuccino-flavored chips in India, fiery wasabi in Japan, or blue cheese mixed with walnut in Russia. Because taste is cultural. A company that aims to win over global markets can't rely on a one-recipe-fits-all strategy. That's why Lay's continues to innovate, ensuring that wherever you are in the world, you can still find a flavor that feels like home. After being coated with the perfect layer of seasoning, the potato chips move on to a fully automated packaging stage. At the top tier of the production line, hundreds of synchronized electronic scales portion out exact amounts of chips into each bag, typically between 28 to 30 grams, matching a standard serving size. On average, the system can seal up to 12,000 bags per hour, ready to serve hundreds of markets worldwide. To preserve that satisfying crunch all the way to the consumer, a burst of pure nitrogen gas is injected into each bag before sealing. This isn't a marketing trick. It's a vital step to displace oxygen, prevent the oil from turning rancid, and lock in freshness as if the chips just left the fryer. California, particularly the San Joaquin Valley, is proudly known as the raisin capital of the U.S., producing 100% of the nation's raisins. Here, over 1,500 dedicated farmers tend to sprawling vineyards that stretch across more than 100,000 acres, thriving in the region's warm climate and fertile soil, perfect conditions for growing grapes. American raisins are primarily made from green grapes, especially the Thompson seedless variety. This seedless grape boasts a naturally sweet flavor, thin skin, and an ideal texture for drying, allowing it to retain its signature chewy softness and rich taste. It's no wonder this grape is the heart and soul of America's raisin industry. The journey to create these sweet little delights begins with tiny grapevine sprouts, where life first takes root. The process of creating grapevine seedlings starts with mother vines in the vineyard. These mother vines are meticulously cared for and thoroughly inspected to ensure they are free of pests and diseases. Cuttings are typically harvested during the winter months, when the vines are dormant, to minimize potential damage during handling. Once harvested, the cuttings are bundled and loaded onto trucks for transport to the production facility. At the production facility, the grape cuttings are straightened using specialized machinery to remove any bent or substandard sections. They are then trimmed into smaller segments that meet the standard size for grafting. This process ensures uniformity and quality, preparing the cuttings for the next steps in the propagation process. The rootstocks are carefully gathered into large bundles to ensure they are easy to handle during the next steps. Once bundled, they are immersed in a specially formulated chemical solution designed to stimulate sprouting and encourage healthy growth, giving the grafted vines the best possible start. In a similar manner, the budwood is meticulously trimmed into smaller, uniform pieces, much like the preparation process for the rootstock. The trimmed grape cuttings are grafted onto rootstocks using the precise omega grafting technique. This method ensures secure unions and a seamless connection between the scion and rootstock. Precision is key in this process, as it significantly affects the survival rate of the grafted cuttings. Once grafted, each union is carefully inspected to ensure it is neither loose nor misaligned. After budding, the grapevine branches are usually dipped in a special solution to improve the success rate. This solution often contains fungicides to prevent diseases and growth hormones to speed up healing at the grafting site. The grafted cuttings are then placed in trays filled with a sawdust-like medium, often coir, a renewable coconut fiber. This environment retains moisture effectively, providing ideal conditions for the grafts to heal and sprout. The rooting process lasts about 18 days and is closely monitored to maintain optimal temperature and humidity levels. Once the plants in the greenhouse reach the desired size and health standards, they are harvested and dipped in paraffin wax. This wax coating helps protect the plants from moisture loss and environmental stress during their transition to outdoor planting. This step is crucial to ensure the seedlings retain their vitality and remain robust during transport and planting. Next, grape planting machines are brought into action. These machines are equipped with seats for workers, who carefully place each seedling into the rotating mechanism of the machine. As the machine moves slowly across the field, it plants each seedling at the correct depth and spacing. Simultaneously, the machine gently compresses the soil around the seedlings to secure them and promote healthy root development. This process reduces manual labor and maximizes planting efficiency. Throughout the growing season, the grape plants are irrigated using a drip irrigation system. Fertilizers and growth stimulants are applied according to a schedule to ensure the plants grow strong and healthy. Regular pest and disease control measures are also implemented to protect the plants from potential threats. At the end of the growing season, as the plants enter dormancy, they are harvested using specialized machinery. These machines gently dig up the seedlings and group them into bundles, ensuring that the roots and stems are not damaged during the process. The bundled seedlings are then transported to the processing facility for further treatment. At the facility, the seedlings undergo a final inspection. The roots and stems are trimmed to remove any unnecessary parts. The seedlings are then dipped in a green protective solution designed to shield the roots from bacteria and fungi while retaining moisture. This treatment helps prepare the seedlings for transportation and ensures their health and vitality are maintained during the next stages. These bundles are stored in cold storage facilities to maintain their freshness and vitality until they are ready to be shipped to commercial vineyards. The seedlings are then transported to commercial grape-growing farms. Before planting the vines, farmers prepare the fields by installing sturdy wooden or metal posts along the vineyard rows using specialized machinery. These posts serve as the framework for trellises, supporting the grapevines and guiding their growth for optimal sunlight exposure and air circulation. Next, grape planting machines are brought into action. These machines are equipped with seats for workers, who carefully place each seedling into the rotating mechanism of the machine. As the machine moves slowly across the field, it plants each seedling at the correct depth and spacing. Simultaneously, the machine gently compresses the soil around the seedlings to secure them and promote healthy root development. This process reduces manual labor and maximizes planting efficiency. Once planted, the grapevines are nurtured with the help of modern equipment to ensure healthy growth and high productivity. pruning machines are used to quickly remove unnecessary branches, improving airflow and allowing the vines to concentrate their energy on fruit production. To protect the vines from pests and diseases, advanced sprayers apply protective treatments evenly across the vineyard canopy, ensuring the plants remain in peak condition. Modern machinery makes clearing weeds around grapevines a fast and efficient process. Equipped with precision blades and sensors, these machines can cut weeds close to the base of the vines without damaging the plants. Grapevines typically start producing fruit about 2 to 3 years after planting. In California, grapevines bloom between May and June, during spring and early summer. It takes around 3 months for the grapes to reach their peak ripeness. Once they are fully ripe, farmers often use the traditional method of allowing the grapes to dry naturally on the vine. This process, taking about 2 to 3 weeks, causes the grape skins to transform from green to a light golden brown hue, indicating the natural drying process is underway. Specialized harvesting machines are used to collect them. These machines gently shake the vines, causing the dried grapes to fall onto soft collection trays below, minimizing damage. The raisins are laid out in carefully prepared rows on the ground to dry completely under the sun. Once the raisins have reached their perfect level of dryness, another machine gently lifts them from the ground into containers, preparing them for transport to the processing plant. This method saves time and protects the quality of the raisins. In some areas, instead of letting grapes dry naturally on the vine, farmers harvest the ripe grapes and bring them to designated drying areas. Here, they are dipped in a chemical that dries the grapes quickly, in just a few days. The grape clusters are evenly spread out on sheets of paper or fabric laid on the ground, where they are exposed to natural sunlight. This sun-drying process lasts several days to a few weeks, depending on weather conditions. The grapes gradually lose moisture and develop their characteristic sweetness and chewiness. Once the grapes have dried to perfection, they are collected and transported to processing facilities for cleaning, sorting, and packaging. At the factory, the raisins first pass through a vibrating system that helps loosen and remove debris like stems, leaves, or dirt clinging to the surface. From there, they move to a water-based cleaning system, where they are thoroughly washed to ensure they meet strict hygiene and quality standards before further processing. Next, the raisins are passed through a drying system to remove all moisture. Next, they are sorted automatically by size, color, and quality. Raisins that don't meet quality standards are removed or used for other purposes, such as livestock feed. After that, they move to the manual sorting stage. Workers stand along both sides of a moving conveyor belt, carefully inspecting the raisins as they pass by. Finally, the raisins are packed into vacuum-sealed bags or airtight containers to retain their freshness and natural flavor. The packaging is labeled with information about the origin, nutritional facts, and expiration date. The finished product is then distributed to stores and consumers worldwide. California raisins are a pantry favorite in many homes across the U.S., known for their natural sweetness and chewy texture. Grown mainly in the sunny Central Valley, these little gems start as Thompson seedless grapes, dried right in the vineyards under the California sun. They're perfect for adding a burst of flavor to your oatmeal, cookies, or even a quick trail mix snack. Beyond the kitchen, raisins are also a go-to healthy treat for kids and adults alike, packed with energy and nutrients. From school lunches to family recipes, California raisins have a way of making everyday meals just a little bit better. Red raspberries thrive best in cool climates, making regions like the Pacific Northwest in the US, Russia, and Serbia the kingdoms of this fruit. In the US, Washington State leads the way with exceptional production, playing a key role in exports. The journey of raspberries from carefully irrigated fields to state-of-the-art processing facilities not only highlights human skill, but also showcases significant advancements in agricultural technology. So don't just admire the beauty of raspberries, enjoy them in your favorite way. And if your day feels stressful, a handful of these sweet, vibrant berries might just be the perfect pick-me-up to refresh your energy and brighten your mood. Raspberries take about 12 to 18 months to mature and begin producing fruit. Harvest season usually falls in the summer, when the berries are at their best, bright red, plump, and full of flavor. At this point, they are ready to be harvested. On smaller fields or for delicate varieties, farmers carefully pick each ripe red berry by hand to ensure they are not crushed or damaged. Unripe berries are left on the plant to mature for a few more days. After picking, the berries are placed in shallow trays to keep them fresh and prevent bruising. This method not only preserves the quality of the fruit, but also allows farmers to inspect the plants and detect any early signs of pests or diseases. Such careful attention ensures that only the sweetest, freshest raspberries make their way to consumers. On large raspberry fields, modern machinery is used to ensure both speed and quality. Specialized harvesters are designed with gentle fiberglass rods that lightly shake the plants, allowing ripe berries to fall onto conveyor belts without damaging the branches or unripe fruit. The berries are then transported through the machine's built-in conveyor system, where powerful fans blow away dry leaves and small debris. At the front of the machine, workers carefully sort and clean the fruit, removing any bruised, overripe, or substandard berries. Only the freshest raspberries are placed in sturdy square baskets, which are neatly stacked and prepared for transport by truck. These baskets not only protect the fruit from being crushed, but also make storage and transportation more efficient. All of this happens right in the field, and within just a few hours of being picked, the raspberries are transported to processing facilities. This seamless combination of advanced technology and human precision ensures that every raspberry retains its exceptional flavor and quality as it makes its way from the field to the table. The use of modern machinery in raspberry harvesting has revolutionized farming practices, bringing numerous benefits to farms and farmers alike. These technological advancements ensure higher efficiency, improved quality, and reduced labor costs, making raspberry farming more sustainable and profitable. One of the most significant advantages of using machinery is increased efficiency. Specialized harvesting machines, equipped with fiberglass rods and conveyor systems, can harvest large areas in a fraction of the time it takes to do so manually. This speed is crucial during the peak harvest season, ensuring that ripe raspberries are collected promptly before they overripe or spoil. For farmers with extensive fields, machinery allows them to scale up operations without needing to hire additional seasonal labor. Another key benefit is preserving fruit quality. Raspberry harvesters are designed with precision to gently shake the plants, allowing only the ripe berries to fall without damaging the unripe ones or the plants themselves. Conveyor belts integrated into these machines ensure that the berries are transported delicately, while fans remove debris such as leaves and twigs. This careful handling maintains the berries' freshness and prevents bruising, resulting in a superior product for consumers. Moreover, using advanced technology reduces labor dependency. Harvesting raspberries manually is labor-intensive and requires significant manpower, especially during peak seasons. With machines, farmers can achieve more with fewer workers, reducing overall costs. This is especially important in regions where labor shortages are common or where hiring large teams of seasonal workers is challenging. The adoption of machinery also enhances sustainability. By minimizing human intervention, machines reduce the potential for fruit contamination, ensuring safer, cleaner produce. Additionally, these machines often have features that optimize energy and resource use, making the harvesting process more environmentally friendly. Lastly, machinery allows farmers to adopt more data-driven approaches. Many modern machines come with built-in technology that tracks harvest data, such as yield size and field performance. This information helps farmers make informed decisions for future planting and harvesting, improving productivity over time. Freshly harvested raspberries arrive at the processing facility. They are immediately put through a cleaning process to preserve their quality and freshness. First, the berries are poured onto a conveyor belt and pass through powerful air blowers that remove any remaining debris, such as leaves or twigs. They are then rinsed under cool water, sometimes combined with a mild sanitizing solution to ensure food safety. After cleaning, the berries are inspected manually by skilled workers. This final check removes any damaged, spoiled, or substandard fruit. The selected berries are then sorted by size and quality before moving into the freezing stage. The individual quick freezing process is a crucial step for preserving raspberries. In this advanced system, the berries are rapidly frozen at extremely low temperatures in specialized freezing tunnels. This method not only locks in the flavor, color, and nutritional value, but also ensures that each berry remains individually frozen, preventing them from clumping together, a key feature for later use in processing and consumption. After freezing, raspberries are packaged into standard weight bags or boxes. This process is usually carried out by automated machinery to ensure hygiene and precision. Each package is labeled with essential information, including the origin, packaging date, and nutritional facts. Every step in the processing journey is a perfect blend of modern technology and human care, ensuring that these tiny raspberries retain their fresh flavor and premium quality no matter where they are enjoyed. Now that you've seen the entire process, you likely have a deeper appreciation for how raspberries are processed. Let's dive further into the fascinating journey of growing and nurturing raspberries, where every story starts deep in the soil. Before planting, the soil is carefully tilled to loosen it and remove weeds, those unwelcome invaders that could hinder the plant's growth. Farmers also carefully calculate the spacing between rows, typically leaving 2 to 3 meters to give the plants enough room to grow while making maintenance easier. Raspberries need just the right amount of water to keep the soil damp but not soaked. Pruning is a key step to improve airflow, which helps the plants focus their energy on growing healthy and vibrant clusters of berries. Many American farmers use natural methods to manage pests, keeping the plants safe while also protecting the soil and the environment. On top of that, a lot of farmers keep bees near their fields to help with pollination. Bees are essential for increasing the number of berries and boosting the overall quality and harvest. Imagine a tiny, ruby-red fruit, both visually stunning and packed with nutrients. That's the raspberry, a fruit that captivates food lovers and has rightfully earned its title as a superfood for its remarkable health benefits. But it's not just their appearance that steals the show. Raspberries charm the taste buds with their sweet yet slightly tangy flavor. Thanks to their perfect palates and nourishing bodies alike. Raspberries are not just a sweet gift from nature, they are a symbol of the perfect harmony between human effort and the natural world. These tiny, vibrant berries not only enrich our meals, but also serve as a gentle reminder that true wonders often lie in life's simplest things. We hope this story has brought you a deeper appreciation for raspberries. Don't forget to like and subscribe to continue exploring more fascinating journeys in the world of agriculture. See you in the next story.